Life can often feel like a storm. Challenges and difficulties arise unexpectedly, shaking us to our core. Whether it's personal struggles, relational tensions, financial hardships, or the weight of anxiety, it can seem like peace is just out of reach. However, as believers, we have the incredible promise that peace is not found in the absence of problems, but in the presence of God. In John 16 verse 33, Jesus says, "I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." Jesus does not promise a life free from storms, but he promises peace through them. This peace is not the same as the world's peace, which is based on circumstances. The peace Jesus offers is a peace that transcends our understanding, one that guards our hearts and minds, regardless of what we face. One of the most well-known stories of Jesus bringing peace in the midst of a storm is found in Mark 4 verses 35 to 41. As Jesus and his disciples were crossing the Sea of Galilee, a violent storm arose, and the waves began to fill the boat. The disciples were terrified and woke Jesus, who was sleeping. In verse 39, Jesus got up, rebuked the wind and said to the waves, "Quiet. Be still." Then the wind died down and it was completely calm. Jesus didn't just calm the storm, he calmed the disciples' hearts. He asked them, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" In the midst of the storm, the disciples' fear overwhelmed them. They didn't fully understand that Jesus, the Son of God, was with them, and that his power was greater than any storm. Likewise, we often forget that the Prince of Peace is right there with us, ready to bring calm to our hearts and our situations. He is not distant or unaware of our struggles, he is present, active, and sovereign over all. Psalm 46 verses 1 to 3 reminds us, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging." This passage speaks of God's unwavering presence, even in the most chaotic and overwhelming circumstances. When we anchor our faith in the truth that God is our refuge, we can find peace that surpasses our understanding. It's important to remember that peace doesn't mean the absence of difficulty, but it is the assurance that God is in control. Even when the storm rages, we can rest in the knowledge that God's purpose will prevail. Our trust in him can turn our fear into faith, our anxiety into peace, and our despair into hope. If you are facing a storm in your life right now, take a moment to remember that you don't have to face it alone. Jesus, the Prince of Peace, is with you. He is not surprised by the storms in your life, and he is more than capable of bringing peace, no matter how fierce the winds may be. Turn to him in prayer, trust in his presence, and allow his peace to guard your heart. He is your refuge in the storm.